you at, BERTO? I made this shit look too easy.
Today we're gonna react to kids attacking their parents' killers in court. How'd that work? Real quick before we get into the video, make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Keep showing that support for the channel. I really do appreciate it. And we are in the middle of a post-a-thon. We're getting 3 videos a day, every single day for the rest of March. So if you don't want to miss a video, make sure you hit that noti bell. It takes a second. It means a lot. And now let's get right into the video. Huh. Yo! Yo! Oh, we need to subscribe.
This is 62-year-old Dale Williams, who was facing murder charges in Youngstown, Ohio. In June 2017, Williams ran his ex-girlfriend, Elizabeth Pledger Stewart's car off the road and caused it to crash. Williams then shot and killed the 46-year-old mother of 2.
Damn!
After his arrest, Williams pleaded guilty to aggravated murder and weapons charges. Facing the possibility of life in prison, Williams appeared at his sentencing, where the victim's 2 sons decided to deliver some justice of their own.
Hell nah! It's like I almost want to say, you know, World Star, do it to him, do it to him. I almost want to cheer them on, but it's like, you know, they're probably going to face consequences for this, even though it might feel justified. God damn. Beat that ass, though. Fuck it.
30-year-old Anthony Dees jumped across the table, evaded deputies, and dragged Williams down by his feet. Then, 23-year-old Jerome Stewart ran over to help his brother, and the two delivered a barrage of punches and kicks to the defendant. As deputies struggled to contain the brothers, one officer pulled out a taser and shot Stewart.
Yay! Oh, damn! Oh.
Williams was then escorted from the courtroom as he wiped the blood off his face.
Bitch ass nigga, yeah. You deserve that shit, nigga. You a hoe.
Finally, the 2 aggrieved sons were taken into custody. They faced charges of assault, contempt of court, and obstruction of justice.
Damn, put him. Damn, see, that's why I said what I said. It's like, I feel you, brothers. I do. But fuck. Hopefully it's not too crazy. Hopefully they beat a little case.
Justice. As for Williams, he was later sentenced to 23 years to life in prison for murdering his ex-girlfriend. While Dale Williams was viciously assaulted by the sons of the woman he killed. What happens when a defendant gets attacked by his own son?
Really?
Like in the case of Vashon Flowers, who was on trial for murder in Muskegon County, Michigan. In May 2019, Flowers allegedly shot and killed his wife, Jamie, at their Muskegon Heights home.
Damn,
after an argument over cigarettes. Initially, the couple fought.
You killed your wife over cigarettes? Cigarettes! Man, you about to piss me off, bro.
For more than a day, after which police arrived and separated the 2. Flowers left, but hours later he returned, kicked in the door, and shot Jamie 4 times. The 46-year-old then turned himself in and was charged with open murder.
He turned himself in. Nah, bro, there's gotta be something deeper going on. You killed her over cigarettes, bro? There's gotta be something deeper going on. It's never justified, but I just can't believe that.
Jamie's daughter, Paris, who witnessed the whole incident, testified in court.
Really?
I got down on the ground and started choking my mother. Actually, I heard, "You don't have to do this, Fayshawn. Please don't do this. You don't have to do this." And then I heard gunshots.
Do you recall how many you heard?
4. I got up and I left out of the room. She was sitting straight up against the wall.
Did you observe some blood?
Yes, on her shirt. Gunshots, bullet holes in her shirt and blood.
But it was Jamie's son who decided to take matters into his own hands.
Said, nah, nigga, you gonna feel me? Damn. It's like I feel for you, man. I feel for you. Cause it's like that my mama. I don't know. I'm going bad. I ain't gonna lie. Like that?
During a hearing, 21-year-old London Jones was seated in the gallery with the rest of his siblings.
He was plotting,
suddenly,
too.
he leaped over the barricade and headed straight toward.
Damn, that nigga hit a Spider-Man move on the ass. Hold up.
During a hearing, 21-year-old
Watch
London
this.
Jones
Watch
was
how he
seated in
jumps
the
over this
gallery with
shit.
the rest of his siblings, when suddenly he
Yeah.
leaped over the
Watch this,
barricade
watch this.
and headed
Woo!
straight towards
That
his
was
mother's
smooth.
killer. Alert deputies were able to tackle him just in the nick of time.
Damn, this nigga, he's smiling and shit.
Eventually, the grieving son was restrained and removed from the courtroom. Ultimately, Flowers was convicted of Jamie's murder and sentenced to life in prison. While Vashon Flowers faced his son's fury, what happens when a victim's son attacks his mother's killer?
Woo!
We head to Springfield, Massachusetts, where a hearing is underway for accused serial killer Alfred Gaynor. According to reports, Gaynor terrorized the city of Springfield, where he assaulted and brutally murdered 9 women from 1995 to 1998. Gaynor was finally arrested after his DNA matched with evidence from the crime scenes. Now at a hearing, sitting in the gallery was one of Gaynor's victim's sons, Eric Downs. 3 deputies surrounded Gaynor, but it wouldn't be enough for what was to follow.
Mr. Gaynor's being held in extreme conditions of confinement. He's being held without right to bail.
Oh, that's a big guy, man. Nigga look like a goddamn linebacker. Shit! He's giving it to him. Oh! Oh! Yo! He was going for round 2 with the chair. You deserve that,
Without
bitch.
warning, Downs jumped over the barricade and launched into the defendant.
Oh!
Gaynor's sister tried to hold back Downs, but not before the grieving son delivered one final blow.
Oh!
A deputy led Gaynor to safety, while
I know he felt that shit. That nigga went full force with the chair. Boom! He was going for round 2 on him, too.
other officers attempted to restore order. Downs was later charged with assault and contempt of court. As for
Damn.
Gaynor, he eventually pleaded guilty to all the murders and was sentenced to 8 consecutive life terms. If one brother can cause so much damage in court, then how does it compare to 2 brothers attacking a defendant? Like in the case of 24-year-old Jason Howard, who was facing multiple murder charges in Warren, Ohio. In 2006,
That nigga looks evil.
Howard was arrested after he allegedly shot and killed his ex-girlfriend, 27-year-old Jamila West, at her home in...
What's wrong with these hoe ass niggas shooting these women, man? What y'all got going? Why y'all doing that? One nigga over cigarettes? What's this? What is his reasoning?
Columbus, before stalking and suffocating her 3 children to death.
No! Oh, nah. He need to get packed.
Now, at a pretrial hearing, things are about to go out of control.
Huh? You can hear them hoes. You hear that hoe thumping?
Now, at a pretrial hearing, things are about to go out of control.
That nigga
Without
beatboxing
warning,
on his
the
head.
victim's brother, 30-year-old Lewis West, attacked Howard and delivered blow after blow on the shackled defendant. Sergeant Phil Eckenrode was the only one standing between his prisoner and the distraught brother.
It was was my job to try to protect my prisoner to the best of my ability.
With Sergeant Eckenrode's hands already full, another sibling, 29-year-old Sultan Honzu, dived through the doorway and started hammering Howard.
Yeah. Oh, this thing a cocky. Oh yeah, beat his fucking ass. Get him, get him, get him, get him. Yeah, all that.
The situation was threatening to go out of hand, but thankfully, Sergeant Eckenrode gained control of the courtroom and the brothers were arrested. They were
Hey, go sit down.
later charged with assault. Howard was not seriously injured, barring a few scratches.
Really?
His murder charges were later dropped based on a lack of evidence.
His charges were dropped.
While two brothers delivered their own version of courtroom justice, what happens when a distraught teenager lunges
The brother's
at the
charges
defendant?
did he get dropped too then? Get it back in the street. I'm playing.
Like in the case of James Douglas Gonzalez, who was on trial for murder in Mobile, Alabama. Back in 1992, Gonzalez arrived at a party where he reportedly shot and killed 18-year-old Matthew Hall after the two got into an altercation. Gonzalez later claimed he shot Matthew in self-defense. During trial, the victim's father, Matthew Hall Sr., and younger brother, Kevin, waited anxiously in the gallery for the jury to return with their verdict. Eventually, the jury returned and found Gonzalez guilty of a lesser misdemeanor charge of criminally negligent homicide. Feeling robbed of justice, Kevin Hall decided to take matters into his own hands.
Man, white boy turns up on his dumb ass. White on white crime. That nigga fast, boy. He's hit it with the sheen.
Without warning, Kevin jumped from his seat, leaped over a barricade, and charged at the defendant, landing a punch to his face. His father, Hall Sr., soon joined the melee. It took several officers and onlookers to subdue the two. Spectators were left shaken. Gonzalez's mother and grandmother broke down. After the attack, the Halls were charged with contempt of court and sentenced to 5 days in jail. As for
That's worth it. That's worth it. 5 days in jail to slap that nigga up a little bit. I'm not mad at that, man.
Gonzalez, he got just 1 year in prison for the murder of Matthew Hall. While Kevin
That ain't it though.
Hall decided to deliver some brotherly justice, what happens when a defendant gets shot in the courtroom?
What? Yo!
We head south of the border to São José de Belmonte, Brazil, for the murder trial of 38-year-old Francisco Cledivaldo Mariano de Moura. According to reports, in 2012, de Moura shot Francisco Alves at his home in Lagoa Alexandre after the two got into an argument over a donkey. Now,
A donkey, bro. Yo, we about to start. We need to have a voting system by the end of this video. So far, we got cigarettes and donkeys. What's dumber, cigarettes or donkeys? Let's see if we can add anything to the end of the list by the end of the video. But I need to have some type of voting system, man.
jury session was underway with
Matter of fact, I'm gonna pin it in the comments. So far, we got cigarettes or donkeys. I want everybody to respond with their vote under that comment. I'm gonna pin it too.
the victim's 27-year-old son, Cristiano Alves Terto, sitting at the back, while the defendant sat in front of the courtroom. As Terto stood up, he was about to put a sinister plan into motion.
Yay! 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 Oh, he definitely hit him. There's no way he missed. If you missed, you got no aim. He throwing the gun at him?
Initially, a woman tried to stop Terto, but The distraught son pulled out a .38 caliber revolver and fired 2 shots directly toward Demora, just a few feet away from a juror and an attorney. The rest of the courtroom descended into chaos as the vengeful Terto unleashed another volley of shots at the defendant from point-blank range. Demora ran for his life, desperately trying to seek cover from the hail of bullets.
How he ain't get hit already?
After emptying his 6-shooter, Terto furiously bashed Demora with the butt of his gun. The gun-wielding son then fled the courtroom. He was arrested the following day and charged with attempted murder.
Attempted? You didn't get the job done. I'm not condoning your actions, man, but I'm talking point blank. I seen it. You had it right at his face.
Miraculously, Demora managed to stand up behind the judge's desk before slumping to the ground. He was rushed to a local hospital and made a full recovery. While a grieving son almost managed to kill his father's murderer, what happens when a defendant gets chased by the
Over donkeys, by the way.
victim's family? Like in the case of Paul Wade, who's at the Jefferson County Justice Center in Louisville, Kentucky for an arraignment. 3 weeks earlier, police found the bodies of 26-year-old Edward Smith and 24-year-old Alexis McCrary shot dead in the Russell neighborhood. After going through surveillance footage from the area, they arrested 31-year-old Paul Wade. Wade, who was already out on probation, was charged with 2 counts of murder and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. Now in court, Wade's hearing was presided over by Judge Ann Haney. She had an 8th grader shadowing her who wanted to be a judge one day. Sitting in the gallery were the
You could shadow a judge at 8th grade? Well, she must have been like a genius or something.
2 victims' family members, who immediately got off on the wrong foot with the court deputy.
Mr. Eggert is retained on
Quiet in courtroom.
vacation.
Okay, hold on. Ma'am, you're gonna have to leave the courtroom. You have to. I'll leave you.
We all family.
Okay, y'all got to not talk. Okay. No talking in the courtroom.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all. You go ahead.
After a short disruption, the hearing went underway.
No. Sorry, dog bark.
So hold on, I've got someone who doesn't have a lawyer.
Yes.
Since Wade's attorney was not present, Judge Haney rescheduled for a later date.
Do you want an opportunity to hire Mr. Eggert?
Yes, ma'am.
You do?
Yes, ma'am.
You think it's realistic that will happen?
Yes, ma'am.
Then I will give you to November 1st.
As Wade was being removed from the courtroom, he uttered an expletive towards those sitting in the gallery.
Really?
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have nothing.
Suddenly,
What'd he
chaos
say?
erupted.
What'd he say? Oh!
This triggered a chain of events where several family members hopped over the railing and went after the defendant. 4 of them chased Wade through an open door right behind the judge's bench as Judge Haney and the terrified 8th grader watched helplessly. The judge then hit the panic button and yelled for help. More deputies arrived and used pepper spray to defuse the situation. Even Judge Haney had to step down from the bench to help.
The best thing you can do is just stay calm.
In the end, 4 people were arrested and charged with disorderly conduct and obstructing governmental operations. 2 of them faced additional charges of assault and resisting arrest. While Paul Wade's court hearing totally went out of control, how does it compare to getting punched by the victim's brother? Like in the case of 33-year-old Jeffrey Clark, who's facing first-degree premeditated murder.
Oh yeah, he did it. This nigga's a criminal. Criminal! If you take your mugshots like this, You did it. You should be guilty right away.
Charges in Fraser, Michigan. On July 4th, 2022, Clark shot and killed 28-year-old Jeray Robertson in execution style.
Oh my
chasing
God.
him down an apartment complex parking lot.
This was an execution.
Wow! No way this is the photo. Please don't shoot. Wow.
Just wasn't a murder, an execution. The man was pleading for his life.
A doorbell camera captured the moment Robertson
Please! Wow. What was this over?
was shot.
As the victim runs for his life, he's now in the city of Fraser.
Clark was arrested after an ankle monitor he was wearing placed him at the crime scene.
Your Honor, at the time, the defendant had a tether on
This
his
nigga didn't give a
ankle.
fuck.
We do have the tether records that place him at that location at that time.
At his trial, Clark's girlfriend testified that the defendant threatened her after the shooting.
He proceeded to tell me that he would kill me if I told on him. He told me exactly what he did to Mr. Robertson. He told me that Mr. Robertson begged for his life, and that the only thing he was worried about was that he was on tether.
But when the prosecution played a video showing the judge and family members how Robertson was executed, the courtroom exploded.
Wow. Was that really a good idea to show him that? This feels a little insensitive. I mean, I don't know the logistics of the case, but oh my God. I wouldn't want to see anybody I loved going down like that, bro. Ooh, that wine. Huh. Ooh, he's fighting back. Dad, that nigga's a demon. He don't give a fuck. He don't got no remorse. You supposed to take that ass whooping. You know what you did, nigga.
Man, they gonna see you.
Sitting in the gallery watching his brother beg for his life was Robertson's twin, Jerry, who got into a brawl with the defendant. Jerry also clashed with Clark's father, who was upset his killer son got punched.
You don't hit, you hit him. Man, he killed us. Put him in there with my son. Go ahead. Put him in there. But that old man, come on. Knock it off.
He said, put him in there with my son. Oh my God.
That's sound. That's sound. Go.
After order was restored, Clark was convicted of first-degree murder, felony firearm, and felon in possession of a firearm. He was sentenced to life in prison.
This nigga does not give a whole fuck. It'd be like niggas like this be happier in jail or something. Why the fuck you smiling like that? Man.
With no hope for parole. While Jeffrey Clark was attacked by his victim's twin brother, what happens when a victim's brother charges at the defendant? Like in the case of Tristan Lamoureux, who is facing murder charges in Cedar City, Utah. In 2009, Lamoureux reportedly shot his wife, 19-year-old Misty, several times in the head.
Several?
Instantly killing her. When police arrived, they found Misty's body in the bathroom and arrested Lamoureux after he tried to flee the scene. Instead of going to trial, the 24-year-old pleaded guilty to first-degree murder. Now at his sentencing, Misty's brother Jason Wilson was called to the podium to deliver his victim impact statement. The situation became more and more tense as Wilson spoke about the impact his sister's murder had on his family. An emotional Wilson then turned his attention towards the defendant, even making a step towards him.
Nigga just rocking back in his chair. That would have fucking... It's like, it's easy for me to sit here in the comfort of my chair and just judge and be like, man, it's not worth it. You know, get the justice for, you know, the person, your lost one. But I can only imagine you're grieving. You're grieving at the highest degree of a heinous crime that was not wrongfully done to your loved one. And you go up to make this statement and you just see the person that caused your family all this grief just sitting there rocking in his chair, leaning back, just chilling like nothing ever happened. Man, just pray and hope I never have to deal with anything like that, man. And you know, all of you watching don't have to deal with anything like that, man, because it's just it's a rock and a hard place with those type of emotions, I'm sure. Damn, you can see it.
The court bailiffs cautiously stepped in after sensing Wilson becoming increasingly overcome with emotion. But the grieving brother had other ideas.
Damn.
As the bailiffs approached him, Wilson ran behind the attorney's table and tried to take a swing at Lamoureux. But before he could reach the defendant, the bailiffs sprang into action and tackled both Wilson and Lamoureux to the ground. Wilson was restrained and removed from the courtroom. He faced no additional charges.
I'm happy about that. You know, it's like I wish it's, you know, again, I'm not wishing on nobody's downfall, but it's just such a tough situation, man. And the person that committed that crime, they know what they got coming, so I'm glad they didn't charge the brother, man. But it's tough. It's like I want to sit here and advise you gotta control your emotions, but boy, I don't know what I do in that type of scenario. Again, pray nobody has to go through that.
After the dust settled, the courtroom was put back in order and the sentencing continued. Eventually, Lamoureux was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison for his wife. While Tristan Lamoureux felt a grieving brother's fury. What happens when a victim's daughter can't control her emotions in court?
Oh, she going through them niggas.
Like in the case of 25-year-old...
He did it. He's guilty. He's guilty! Guilty! He did it!
Tevin Merriweather, who was facing murder charges in DeKalb County, Georgia. Police said that in June 2019, Merriweather got into an argument with 34-year-old Myron Pierce at a gas station off Glenwood Avenue. The fight escalated into a physical altercation, with Merriweather ending up shooting Pierce several times.
Careful who you argue with on these streets, man. People are crazy, boy. Crazy. I remember one time, quick story, I was in a gym parking lot, and there was all the parking spots were taken. So I'm driving around, I'm looking for a parking spot. And if I'm being 100% genuinely honest, I had Shorty in the car with me, you know what I'm saying? So she could even attest to it. I was driving slow in the parking lot with my phone in my hand. I was distracted. But the reason I'm giving you all that detail, because genuinely, I thought I saw a parking spot, so I drove towards it, and I kind of just like turned into the parking spot. But as I turned into the parking spot, some nigga pulls up on me, rolls down his window, like, yo, what the fuck you got going on, bro? What the fuck you got going on, bro? And I'm like, hey, yo. And again, type of nigga I am, man, like, I don't like to lead with disrespect, but you start talking to me all crazy, I'm like, yo, who the fuck you think you're talking to? What the hell you got going on? And he was like, bro, you see me get to this parking spot before you, nigga. What the fuck? You just gonna cut me off? And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I literally was like, my nigga, I ain't even see you, bro. But you pulling up on me talking all crazy, and I'm, you know, it's like I'm trying to like de-escalate, but also not come off as a bitch. Especially in front of the, you know what I'm saying, Shorty. You know, and that shouldn't be nothing. It's like, we got to be able to keep our cool in any situation. But, you know, that's what I said. I said, I don't know who the fuck you think you talking to, my nigga. You pulling up on me talking all crazy, bro. I didn't see you. And he was like, that's some hoe ass shit, man. And then by then I was just like, listen, man, I don't know who you talking to, but I ain't see you. Take the spot, bro. It's not that deep. Take the fucking spot. You know what I'm saying? And that was like the sensible part of me where it's like, look, man, I'm not tripping off this fucking parking spot. It's okay, bro. I didn't see you. Take the spot. And luckily, he was happy with that, and it didn't escalate any further. But it's kind of like, it could have went in any direction, you know, if he wanted, because at that point I was still yelling back and shit, but I did give him the parking spot, because it's like, and because Shorty told me too, it's like, and I did see him. I thought you saw him, but I just didn't say anything. So it's kind of one of those situations. I was like, okay, I was in the wrong. I was on my phone. I was distracted. I didn't see, bro. But don't be pulling up on me talking all crazy. So, but again, got to keep it cool, because Like, I don't know how that could have ended. And that's a stranger. I don't know what he got going on. He don't know what I got going on. You just gotta be careful out here, bro. Be careful who you get in arguments with out in public. These, you know, shit it's not worth it. Shit, I'm over here talking shit about all these motherfuckers, cigarettes, donkeys. Some shit pop off because of a fucking parking spot in the gym. It's not worth it, bro.
Instantly killing the beloved father. Now at a bond hearing, Pierce's 15-year-old daughter, Tashia Campbell, was sitting in the gallery as the defense attorney argued on behalf of his client. This is when the distraught daughter lost it.
Age daughter couldn't take it.
You can hear the pain in her voice, bro.
You see their deputies had to remove her from the courtroom. Channel 2's Taisha for.
Overwhelmed with grief, Campbell lashed out at Merriweather before charging towards the defendant. Thankfully,
moving.
Deputies grabbed Campbell in the nick of time and removed her from the courtroom. After order was restored, the judge denied bond and sent Merriweather back to prison.
Wow, that was a roller coaster of emotions going on, man. Y'all let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you have any recommendations for us to watch on this channel, hit my Instagram, DM it to me on my IG. I'm always checking my IG messages, so I'll love to get some recommendations. But again, thank you guys for all the love and support on this channel. We've been growing. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Again, over here, we're doing a lot of crime type situations, crazy situations. You know, I have other channels. If you guys want to check out my other reaction channels, the link to that will also be in the description. But make sure you hit that noti bell because we're doing a post-a-thon, 3 videos a day, every single day. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Where you at?
Where you at, Berto?